The UFC isn't home to the best middleweight in the world, according to Jorge Masvidal, and Alex Pereira is training with a UFC legend to prove him wrong. Also, Valentina Shevchenko is very angry at referee Jason Herzog. The UFC may have phenomenal fighters like Israel Adesanya, Alex Pereira, and Robert Whittaker in its middleweight ranks, but the promotion still doesn't have the best 185-pound fighter in the world, according to Jorge Masvidal, who thinks one of his teammates deserves that honor. Masvidal will make his return to the octagon in less than 2 weeks against Gilbert Burns in the UFC 287 co-main event. The card will be headlined by the middleweight title rematch between Alex Pereira and Israel Adesanya, and according to the popular belief, the winner will solidify his place as the best middleweight in the world. Masvidal begs to differ, however. In a recent interview, Masvidal said that his teammate and Bellator middleweight champion Johnny Eblen is the best 185-pounder in the world.
The best middleweight right now, his name is Johnny Eblen. He's at Bellator.
Yeah.
Oh, this guy could wrestle, this guy could punch, this guy could kick. He's just a beast, and like we've been sharpening iron, me and him, forever. And you know, there's days that he runs me over. There's days that I do very well, that I hold my own, and we have great sessions.
Eblen is a wrestling phenom who currently holds a record of 13-0 in MMA, with his most recent wins coming against Gegard Mousasi and Anatoly Tokov, both of whom are absolute veterans of the sport. Eblen's confidence is certainly pretty high after 2 huge wins, and he thinks he matches up really well with someone like Adesanya.
I bring a lot of problems when it comes to, you know, a fight. I'm becoming more and more of a well-rounded fighter. I'm just creating more problems for opponents like this guy. So I think I match up good, but obviously that fight's not going to happen anytime soon.
Yeah.
So, and I'm only going to get better. And who knows? He's probably in his prime right now.
Yeah.
I wish I could fight him right now and see what would happen.
The human cheat code thinks he's levels above everyone else in Bellator, and he will keep the belt for a very long time, unless a better opportunity comes his way. For now, he understands that he won't be able to lock horns with the UFC's top middleweight brass because he's fighting in a different world. But he's hoping for a showdown with Adesanya in the future.
I mean, we're in 2 different organizations, so
Exactly.
it is what it is. But I would love to fight him, you know, in the future.
Do you think Johnny Eblen is the best middleweight in the world? Alex Pereira has the backing of MMA royalty Chuck Liddell ahead of his middleweight title defense against Israel Adesanya at UFC 287. With just a few days remaining in his first UFC title defense, Alex Pereira is putting in a lot of effort in the gym, and he's also getting help from a couple of MMA legends, including Liddell and Glover Teixeira. Liddell, who's a good friend of Teixeira, visited the 2 Brazilians in Connecticut to help Pereira with his preparations. Poatan posted a pair of videos from Liddell's visit, where he helped study tactics and go over technique in the gym ahead of fight night. In a separate interview, Teixeira was asked about the preparations, and the former light heavyweight champ said that his best friend was doing pretty well. Teixeira said that Pereira is well aware of Adesanya's strengths, but all he has to do is pressure the former champ and land his devastating left hook to get the job done yet again.
You just like, you know, a powerhouse. You know, that guy hits so hard, and he just gotta be pressure more and get it done like he did in the 5th round there. Of course, you know, he knows not just go crazy, try to finish the fight in the 1st round, but be more alert for that.
Once Pereira handles business with Adesanya, Teixeira said that he'd like to move up to light heavyweight and even heavyweight because cutting down to middleweight is becoming increasingly hard for him.
We talk about, I say he can fight anywhere. You know, we talk about, look at this guy, man. He can fight any division. He can fight in the heavyweight, light heavyweight, because he's big, man. And of course, eventually, I think he's gonna want to do that because that weight cut for him is a big cut.
To be fair, Pereira does look a lot bigger than all of the UFC middleweights, and the size difference between him and Adesanya was pretty visible the last time around. With guys like champion Jamal Hill and Yuri Prochazka willing to take on new challenges, Pereira will have loads of options once he moves up to light heavyweight. And when that happens, we should expect fireworks. Valentina Shevchenko thinks referee Jason Herzog is the reason why she lost her flyweight title to Alexa Grasso at UFC 286. The Mexican star shocked the world when she choked out Shevchenko in the 4th round of their flyweight title fight at UFC 286. Shevchenko was a sizable favorite heading into the fight, and she was in control until she missed a spinning back kick, allowing Grasso to take her back and choke her out within a matter of seconds. Shevchenko believes referee Herzog is to blame for how things panned out. In a recent interview, she complained about Herzog's decision to stand them up while Bullet was in top position in one of the grappling exchanges in the 3rd round. Shevchenko claims that she was in a dominant position and was landing healthy ground and pound when the referee helped Grasso get off the hook. The Kyrgyzstani thinks that was a mistake on Herzog's part, and he should be held accountable for it.
I was in her guard and landing like big shots over her, and he just decided to stand us up and continue the striking. But you know, it's kind of like the same situation when I say it could affect, because fighter, what they do to take their opponents down, they spend so much energy to take down first, and second to actually hold them down. And when you build your situation, you definitely want to use the situation as much, because you spend so much energy. And when it was deciding that, oh no, in my opinion, you don't have to be there, you have to fight in the strike, in the stand-up, it's kind of like working against you, because it's affect your performance, because you have to build the situation all over again.
With 7 consecutive flyweight title defenses to her name, Shevchenko is expected to fight Grasso in an immediate rematch. The champ is also looking forward to it, and she wants to run it back in September. And if the fight takes place in Mexico, that's even better.
Yeah, I mean, September sounds like a great... September sounds amazing, you know? But yeah, let's see. Of course, before the end of these years, I would like to fight. Like I said, 2 fights every year sounds good. And yeah, I truly hope that this could be in Mexico.
Shevchenko deserves an immediate rematch for all she's done in the flyweight division. But here's some bad news for her. Only 3 out of the 14 champions who lost their belts have gone on to win an immediate rematch. So the odds are very much against her. Will Valentina Shevchenko regain her flyweight title? Paddy Pimblett promises to punish Jared Gordon in a potential rematch by the end of this year. Pimblett last fought at UFC 282, where he beat Gordon by a controversial, unanimous decision. Majority of MMA fans gave Gordon the win, but they were left scratching their heads when the decision was announced in favor of the Englishman. Even Pimblett wasn't impressed with his performance, as he said he could have done more. But with an ankle injury that he suffered in the 1st round, there was only so much that he could do. However, the baddie is more than willing to prove that he is miles ahead of his American counterpart in a rematch later this year. Hours after his surgery, Paddy sent a stern warning to Gordon.
Yeah, I'm going to punch his head in towards the end of the year. I am going to run it back. I hope he beats Bobby Green, because I'll snap his arm for him in a round. I had a boxing match with him and I still won, because you're shit. I hope he watches this. You're f***ing dog shit. At my worst, you couldn't beat me. At your best, injured, everything going wrong, you couldn't beat me on my worst day, and I beat you on your best, because you're a little bum.
This is how Jared Gordon responded to Pimblett's jabs. Funny thing is, going into this fight, I had an ankle injury as well, documented by the UFC. I couldn't walk for weeks after our fight too. I get why he's angry. He knows I won, like the rest of the world. Gordon is currently scheduled to fight Bobby Green in April, and should he win, the UFC wouldn't mind booking a fight between him and Pimblett by the end of this year. Who do you think will win a potential rematch between Jared Gordon and Paddy Pimblett? That's it for today. If you liked our video, please subscribe to the channel and hit the little bell icon next to it so you get notified the next time we upload one. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.